everyone, we are going to go over the lap feature on Garmin. So I'm using my Garmin here. I have the Phoenix, everyone could see. Okay, so the top right, this goes for any Garmin 235, 245, the Forerunners, the Phoenix, or the Vivio. So the top right is the start-stop feature. So you start your run, So say I start my run, I'm running outdoors because I would have selected indoor running if I wanted to run on a treadmill and have that data for accuracy's sake. Now, during an event such as a marathon where the GPS signals are picking up inaccurate information because there's so many people running in a cluster mess of people and it's just in an urban area in a city, your GPS is going to be all off. So what that means, just very simply put, is you might feel your wrist vibrate or the mile tick before you actually hit the next mile marker. So let's say we're going to mile 3, right? And at mile 2.75, your Garmin reads 3 miles and it's a little too early. Obviously something's off and the accelerometer is picking up data that's inaccurate. So in order to ensure accuracy, using the lap feature on your Garmin will allow you to track the accurate distance measured and do it manually, so you're getting, you're reading each mile accurately. So at every mile marker, pressing the lap button, which is the bottom right here, that one, I would never run a mile, or any of us would run a mile in a minute and 20 seconds, but that one tracked your first interval, for example, or your first mile manually. So when you get to mile 1, and I'm going to do this for the marathon too, you click on that lap feature, the bottom right, to track the mile. Now what that's going to do is that's going to actually measure each mile accurately, because you're going to be forcing your watch to say, okay, this is the start of a new mile. And at the second mile, same thing. When you press the second mile, third mile, and fourth mile, and so forth, you're going to keep logging the miles manually, so you'll see the data in real time accurately. And to actually see the lap feature, well, this is the bottom screen. So if you go to the top, this is the default setting where your Garmin ends up on. If you go to the lower left hand button on your watch, all models, or usually all models, you'll see the lap features, and this is going to tell you the amount of time you're in for that specific mile. I hope this makes sense. Please feel free to ask any questions. And then, of course, when you're done with your activity, marathon, whichever run or event you're racing, you press the top right button and you could save the activity. But for this sake, I'm going to discard this. And yes, I hope you found that very helpful.